I know it's been a long time since the Spirgatito Team video, and I didn't think I was going to make any more, but I think I'm going to make team videos across all of my teams from across all the generations, going backwards of course. So today, we're covering my Meowscarada team, a team that I still have not used, but one that I'm eager to use eventually. And I think it's probably the best out of the 3 Scarlet and Violet teams, and I'm eager to share it with you guys. So, let's get started with, of course, the first team member being Meowscarada. Meowscarada is a Pokemon that's really grown on me. When it first came out, when it was first leaked, I saw these leaks, man, and I said, wow, Spirgatito fans, y'all aren't eating tonight. This Pokemon looks like garbage. And it did, at least in the initial leaks that we got. I will admit, seeing the Flower Chick animation, seeing the way it moves, it's a lot better. Still not the best. I think Spirgato is like the best between the whole line. And I don't know, I think a lot of what Meowscarada has going on for it, it's more so in terms of its usage. I like the fact that it basically has Protean. I like Flower Chick as a move. It's really, really strong. And for a grass move, we needed something like this. Grass Dark might not be the best typing, but of course Protean comes into play, and its moveset overall, how fast it moves, and just the viability that it has with all the different moves that it has, it's really, really strong. So I've used a lot in competitive, but now of course with Pokemon Horizons, with Liko owning a Spirgatito in the anime, I think as the anime goes on, I'll grow to love Meowscarada and the whole Spirgatito family even more, because just seeing Spirgatito in the anime, I'm beginning to like it a bit more now. So we have a Grass and Dark type, and naturally I want to cover for some weaknesses. So I got both of Dark's weakness and strengths kind of thing. We got Annihilape. Now Primeape is a Pokemon that I actually really liked before Annihilape was even revealed. I don't know, I always liked Primeape, not even because of the anime. I just simply liked Primeape. I liked using it a lot in red, blue, and yellow. But I really like Annihilape too, of course. I think Primeape would have been my top 10 Flying type Pokemon list. It would have been on there, but I think after Annihilape definitely takes the cake. It is so cool. Rage Fish is absolutely busted. It's a great design. It's a great typing. It's on its Marshadow Flex, but it's actually usable. It's good in singles, it's good in doubles, and it's good on an in-game team too, and it's not even that difficult to get one, to be honest. It's not as crazy as some of the other mandatory conditions to evolve a Pokemon. But Annihilape, I think, is a fan favorite. I don't think I need to explain too much, but it goes well with Meowscarada because of the Dark type that Meowscarada has. This being Ghost and Fighting checks out really well. Continuing on covering our bases, we got Dark, we got Fighting. Do you know what comes next? Of course, we need Psychic, so we have Armarouge. Now, Armarouge and Ceruledge are 2 Pokemon we have to use, these 2 Fire-type Pokemon. I was more of a fan of Ceruledge, but Armarouge fits really nicely with not just Annihilape, but also Meowscarada. I think it fits really well with Meowscarada. Actually, Meowscarada fits well with either of the 2, because its Dark type checks for both the Ghost and the Psychic type of Armarouge and Ceruledge, and then the Fire type checks for Meowscarada's Grass typing, right? So Armarouge being a Fire Psychic type in this case also works well with Annihilape's Ghost and Fighting. So I just think you get the vibe and going forward with this team, they all just kind of counterbalance each other. Armarouge being Mega Man, I think, is really cool. I got to know that through competitive that Armarouge is actually a lot better than I expected, especially in doubles. Now you won't get to use Armarouge in doubles all too well in in-game playthrough, I get that, but it can still hold its own pretty dang well, especially if you end up getting like a different Terra type for it. It's really powerful with that Flash Fire. Its hidden ability Weak Armor is pretty dang good too, because even in an in-game playthrough, especially like the final battle with Sada, I can imagine Weak Armor being something very critical to get that speed up to just kind of try and sweep her team, though I don't know if that's really happening. But Armarouge does have access to some great
moves. It has Shadow Ball, it has Psychic, it has Dragon Pulse, Energy Ball, Armor Cannon, Aura Sphere, Dark Pulse. It can really hit in various different ways. So I've yet to use the Charcadet family. I really want to, and I think I'll end up using this team sooner than later. So I hope I do, because I'm pretty excited. Alright, so we end up getting our Grass type, we end up getting our Fire type. Who is our Water type? We have none other than Palafin, the only single type Pokemon on this team. Palafin is a Pokemon that I didn't use. I was really excited to see a Dolphin Pokemon, but I wasn't too excited for Palafin at first. The hero form was cool. I didn't think anything crazy of it, but I really grew to love it. I really like the zero form much better, but the hero form did end up being really cool once you get to use it, and it having the base stats that it does, absolutely insane. Even in-game playthrough, I think with Flip Turn, it's pretty dang usable, and Jet Punch is phenomenal. Priority water type move that hits super hard because, of course, it's Palafin. You get that water terror on that bad boy, and that stuff goes crazy. Not only that, this thing has Ice Punch and Close Combat. Ice Punch is needed because we don't have an Ice type Pokemon on this team. Close Combat, maybe we don't need because we already have Annihilate, but still, it could be served to be pretty useful on a Palafin. I think Palafin just works really well, no matter what. It's a lot of these Pokemon on this team are just really good at competitive battling, but they're also really good in-game playthrough, which is what I really like about them. And they have good synergy with one another. I think this team is like near perfect almost. I think if Palafin can get play rough, I think this thing will be an absolute behemoth. It's already a monster, don't get me wrong. But if it just had access to play rough, I think it's like a game, set, and match across the board. Or Thunder Punch. Oh my god, Thunder Punch will be insane. You basically end up having physical Bolt Beam coverage, and you just go crazy with those stats. Adding to this synergy a bit more, we have Kilowattrel. Of course, the electric checks for the water, and the flying checks for the fighting and the grass. We're trying to cover all of our bases here. It's on Zapdos Flex. You can't go wrong with electric and flying. Electric and flying is such a good typing. Kilowattrel being this type means that, like, of course, it's not affected by ground types, which is electric type's primary weakness. Actually, its only weakness, which is crazy. So it just has to worry about its flying type weaknesses, whatever is remainder. Kilowattrel's interesting. Despite being like the regional bird of this region, you don't get it till a bit later. But despite that, it's still pretty gnarly, bro. It is definitely one of the fastest Pokemon out there. I believe it's the fastest Pokemon on this team. And its special attack goes crazy. Maybe not so good for double battles with a discharge, but Volt Switch with the Flip Turn with Palafin, oh my god. Volt Switch Flip Turn, Volt Switch Flip Turn, I can't say it because I stutter, and like, tongue twisters aren't my thing, bro. But no, it works out really well with Palafin. I think Kilowattrel Palafin is a great combination together. And majority of our team besides Armarouge is on the physical side, so having another special attacker really helps. Yes, it's primarily just electric and flying type moves. There's not too much else to it, but things like Tailwind will be really useful and can help us support. But the main thing is just that we need electric type moves, we need flying type moves, and, you know, just having someone this fast really checks for the team. And finally, we have Tinkaton. I don't know what to say about Tinkaton, I just really wanted to use it. Tinkaton is definitely there simply because I wanted to use it. But I always like having a fairy type. Steel type always helps. I think this is like, Steel and Fairy are some of the best typings in the game, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really think about the rest of the team with this one. I just need to have Tinkaton on a team, and this one, it kind of made sense to. I guess you can say, you know, Fire checks Steel, Fairy checks Dark, and Fighting, so it kind of works out like that, but I'll be real, I'll be straight. Tinkaton is just there. And, you know, play rough Gigaton Hammer works like a charm. If we didn't have a knockoff user already, it would probably be Tinkaton. Tinkaton can also learn on Rock Slide. I think it's just good overall. It might not be the best Pokemon. It is quite slow, but hey, it's a fun Pokemon, and I think I just want to use it, man. Can you blame me? Can you blame me? It's a cool Pokemon. I think it works well. I think we got a good balance of Pokemon for this team overall. Doesn't look overly feminine, doesn't look overly masculine. Looks pretty. I like the aesthetic of the team. You know, it just looks cool. It feels cool. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I think it's just a very balanced team in every way, shape, and form. Even in terms of speed. You have 3 really fast Pokemon and 3 like pretty average or slow Pokemon. So it checks out in so many different ways. But yeah, that's my Meowscarada team. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think about the team. Next week, we'll probably have the Quaquaval team. And I'm excited for that one too. I really like my Scarlet and Violet teams, all of them. So I'm excited to share that with you guys. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful day. And I'll see you over on the next video. All right? Later. Bye.